Elements Home Design Center in Arroyo Grande.
This entryway was kind of a big area, and Debbie didn't really know what to do with it. So we did a stencil paint on the background color, and we kind of did that with a sheen so that it brought out a little bit more dimension. And then I took another treatment over the top of it to make it look like linen. We're still looking for the perfect piece to go here, but it's nice just looking out when you walk in.
I enjoy working with Elements Home Design. Every time that someone walks in the door, they think that this is cloth, and it's actually painted. You know, I mean, it's amazing, and it's so much better than what I had expected.
So Debbie wanted the beachy cottage look. We first started with changing up the wall treatment. So instead of just having a plain old wall, we did the whitewashed wood, made it really fun, kind of used some outdoor sconces and dressed them up with the cord covers. We did a really fun headboard, really cute themed bedding that has a little bit of the starfish, and then we also brought in a little bit more of a shabby chic look with some of the other fabrics. And then I found these trunks, yard sailing. This guy actually has the Army, I don't know what it's called, it's addressed, and whoever had it was in the Army, and I think it says 1954, so that was kind of a fun little find. And then we just kind of dry brushed some white on there to make it look a little bit more shabby chic. These were some fun antique chairs that I had found also garage sailing, and we did a stencil on the fabric, and then I upholstered it and painted them. So this was just another really fun room. Just some little knickknacks that I found. So I found this fun little rope mirror, put together some little seashells, made the little pieces of artwork. Just something simple. We found this yard sailing. So this was really one of our rooms that we stayed within a really small budget. We found this armoire and repainted it. And we got new carpeting in here. She did get new carpeting in two of the bedrooms, and this was kind of our fluke room, or the bathroom was the fluke room, because I accidentally came in here on accident with my shoes off, and the carpets were soaking wet. So she actually had water damage, which led to decorating a whole nother room. So this was just an armoire that I had also found out yard sailing, might have been on Craigslist, but we just painted it. It was just the right size to fit a little TV in there for her guests. Just a fun piece that we could add to the room and add that cottage chic look.
Shelley, she thought of, I told her what I was thinking about, and she made it come to life.
In the guest bathroom, Debbie had to get a new vanity, new countertops, and then we decided why not find a really pretty backsplash. This is the room that had water damage, so a lot of things had to be replaced, and we had to do it for a lot less than what she really wanted to spend because it was such a short time frame. But we had picked some really pretty tile, and I'm a nail head freak, so I love how this little top treatment here actually looks like little nail heads going all the way around the tile. And it worked really well with the grayish color that we picked out for this room. So this is Debbie's master bedroom. This is the first room that we started with. When she brought me in, she had already purchased this really beautiful furniture, but she didn't really quite know how to position everything and how to bring it all together, because this wall here is very asymmetrical, and this is really the only wall that we could put the bed on. So in order to make this area look symmetrical, we actually used the grass cloth and the paint to kind of separate the two areas. So it definitely gives it a more symmetrical feel and makes the room feel more centered. So this is Debbie's formal living room. And when we first started in here, there was no furniture at all, but she didn't know what else to bring into the room and how to make it all flow. She still wanted the beachy kind of feel, but she definitely wanted a little bit more up to date, and she always says Mediterranean coastal. So I decided to bring in more of a contemporary looking coastal feel. This fabric was our inspiration for the colors. So we did this back wall in the really, really deep blue. We did a new cornice box, window treatments. We did this really fun wall treatment, and of course, like I said, I love nail heads. So we did, we framed out the blue with a trim, and then we put the nail heads, and then we did a fun whitewashed piece of wood that kind of looks beachy with a very contemporary fixture over the top of that. We did these chairs, we reupholstered them in this really pretty, it's like a sparkly linen. And of course we've got our little seahorse pillows on there. We did this table. This was custom made from an old window and an old door. And it's actually about 12 inches deep inside, so she can display a lot of her really fun shells from all of her travels. This sofa is actually a Palma Home Design custom made sofa. So we built it from the ground up. All the frames are hardwood kiln dried, and we get to pick and choose how you want it to feel, and then all of the fun fabrics you get to choose from too. So in Debbie's kitchen, we wanted a new look. The current cabinets, it wasn't in the budget to either redo the cabinets or restain or paint them. So we decided that we would keep them the original color, and then we would focus on all of the jewelry, which would be the really beautiful backsplash, the countertops, the lighting. We started, like Debbie said, up with the ceiling and took away the drop lighting and added the crown molding with a little LED light strip, and then we added the can lighting and also the pendant lighting, and they're all dimmable, which is what she wanted. So then we decided that we would also just change out the hardware, which really added just that nice little touch to the cabinets. And then we also kept in mind that if eventually down the road Debbie wanted to either stain or paint the cabinets, that we would keep the granite where it was something that we could change with. We also redid the simple window treatments into balances, and then we added this really, really pretty sink. Debbie actually wanted a farmhouse sink. That wouldn't have been possible unless we actually cut into the cabinet, and then it would have been in a whole nother can of worms that we would open up. So instead we got the sink, which is from Carrington Fixture and Design, and also the faucet, and it's a really nice deep sink with the 60-40 split.